We really have not seen Robbie Gordon threaten to jump up and lead this race at any time today, but here he is, 5th place, with these laps beginning to run out.
I'll watch him. His tail end is kind of wagging a little bit more than everybody else is under throttle. He's a little looser than everybody, it looks like.
Andy Pilgrim around Jeff Burton, back in the picture there to pick up a spot. Pilgrim 6th, Burton back to 7th.
It was so neat to watch Ambrose earlier in the race, which is Scott Pruett's doing now. They're never getting right behind the guys. They're getting as much air to the brakes as they could.
Fanning out, Robbie Gordon inside of Harvick. Here's bid for 4th spot. Not going to get it.
Look at the distance he's opened up in 2 laps.
Ambrose.
Yes.
Yeah. There's Robbie Gordon's crew chief. What about this 5th place car, Vince?
Well, Dana Brugman is the crew chief. They were short on fuel before that last yellow. Did the last yellow give you enough time to save enough fuel to get to the end?
We're gonna be close, but Robbie wanted to go racing with 10 or 12 to go, so we're gonna let him go. He come here to win, and we're gonna be close. We're gonna give it a shot.
That's racing, guys.
So back to your previous statement, when the crew chief says we're going to be close,
you know, you just go. You just step on the gas. If you run out, you run out, and then we'll talk about it later. But if he says I'm going racing, you better look out. These are 2 old former teammates right here. There was no love lost when they were teammates, so this is going to be interesting.
4th place here. Robbie Gordon outside to the right, Kevin Harvick inside to the left, but then inside becomes outside in the other corner. That's Robbie Gordon thinking ahead to the layout of the racetrack.
Absolutely, and that's what Jeff Burton was telling me earlier in the week. He goes, you know, when you set these guys up to get on the outside of them, so the 2nd corner, you're on the right angle.
So Gordon to 4th. But seeing just that little bit of time, he ran side by side with Harvick. Look at the gap the front 3 pulled on.
It'll be interesting to watch. I'm going to watch lap times here and see what he's running compared to Marcus Andrews.
The other guy running some solid lap times. You talked about Andy Pilgrim in that 88 Navy car, getting around Jeff Burton.
Yeah, he's closing up on the guys in front of him.
A little side-by-side racing gave him opportunity to join this fight. Pretty nice drive for Andy. 6th place, first ever stock car race.
Absolutely. It's not over with yet. I mean, he did stop on the same lap those other guys did. So it's going to be very interesting.
A lot of pressure beginning to be applied here.
They were going at it earlier, back and forth. I mean, Ron passed him entering the corner, and Scott got him back coming out of the corner.
Ron Fellows in the 33, Scott Pruett in the 41. But losing time to Marcus Ambrose, who's moving away from them. The question still remains, are they really good on fuel? To me, that's still a question.
Only about 5 laps. That's what we're going to be seeing. God, I hope so, because this is going to be a great finish.
Some calculators smoking down on pit lane trying to calculate those numbers, huh?
Yes, it is.
You watching Robbie Gordon's lap times?
Yeah, but it's not as fast as Marcus Ambrose. Marcus is still very fast.
Brad Parrott says his car is good to the finish on fuel. What about the 59, the race leader Marcus Ambrose? We are 10 laps away from the checkered flag here in Montreal. Ambrose in search of his first Busch Series win. In fact, neither of the top 2 have won before. Aerial coverage from Montreal brought to you by Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR, helping NASCAR drivers get to the finish line for the past 25 years. Great day to be flying above Circuit Childt Villeneuve, and on the ground, the caution flag has just waved for the 4th time in this race. Oil on the racetrack again is the cause of the yellow flag. But things have changed around a little bit in the last moments before that yellow flag came out. Second place has changed hands. First, one of the pre-race fan favorites, Patrick Carpentier, running a little bit back in the pack because their strategy didn't work out as well as it could have. And now going to run a little farther back in the pack.
Yeah, he was setting up the guy in front of him, and the guy behind him says, well, sorry, I'm putting my fender in there, and it turned him around.
Now down in the hairpin, the race for second. Ron Hornaday to the outside of Scott Pruett. Not Ron Hornaday, Ron Fellows, I'm sorry.
No contact at all.
They both just spun. And look at Robbie Gordon fighting his way to the inside. On board Scott Pruett.
His angle was totally wrong for that corner. He was blocking Fellows, and his angle just messed him up. And Fellows was in there, like, okay, you're gonna turn, you're gonna turn, you're gonna turn. Okay, I didn't hit nobody. He's trying to get grip. You hear the back tires just spinning.
So in the ensuing corner, Robbie Gordon got around Fellows for second. He kind of pounced on that opportunity, but that scrap for second place allowed Marcus Ambrose to run away and hide from those guys, and then the caution came out and brought them all right back to him.
So this might make all these guys say, okay, we can make it on fuel. Yep. On the speeds, Marcus has been faster than Robbie by about a half a second. But man, I tell you what, it's so much easier to chase a guy than it is to lead a guy. So it's going to be very interesting. Marcus is going to have to be up on his game to keep Robbie Gordon behind him.
Just talked about how we haven't seen Robbie contend for the lead all day. Now he's second with the laps running out in Montreal. Under caution, we'll come back for the restart. Back in Montreal in the Napa Auto Parts 200 presented by Dodge. We know the reason now for the oil on the racetrack. It came from this car. Boris Said has gone to the garage, apparently with troubles under the hood, and one of the pre-race favorites is out for this race. Will not be around in these final laps. Oil dry being put down in the hairpin turn. So it's going to be a couple of moments before we go back to green flag racing. While we do that, let's get some updates from pit road. Marty?
Thanks, Alan. I'm with Shane Wilson, crew chief for Kevin Harvick. He was once again reminding his driver to try to conserve fuel. Kevin wants to race. Obviously, you guys look pretty smart right now. These cautions have fallen in your favor.
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as we go to lap 74, if there's a green-white checker, we won't be looking near as smart right now. But, you know, everyone's done a good job. We built this car and just put a lot of effort in it. And just want to thank everyone at the Fab Shop that worked on this one, you know, just tried some stuff. I think the car's really good. We just missed it by a little bit today for the overall speed that we need to, you know, to maybe win. But we're still right there, and a lot of things can happen.
How much do you have to coach Kevin behind the wheel and remind him, save, conserve?
Well, I don't usually have to coach Kevin by any means, but here, you know, we needed to save our brakes and save fuel here this last run. So, you know, he's doing a good job today. I wish we would have been just a little bit better so we'd have a chance to run with that 59.
That's 2021 update. Gary?
Well, we check in here with Ernie Cope, the 59. How much easier are you breathing after this yellow?
Well, that put us past our window. We should be good on fuel. Now we just got to get a good restart and he do his thing. I think we're going to be okay. We'll just see what happens.
Marcus came on the radio and he was thanking everybody, saying regardless of what happens, it's been a terrific day already. But nobody wants to be premature in this situation, do they?
No, that's what I said. Let's just wait, run her out, and we'll wait till we decide what kind of day it is at the end of the day.
Well, it's been an impressive day thus far, but they still got 6+ laps to go.
Well, now he's got Robbie Gordon behind him, who will be all over him on the restart. Look at a bounce.
Well, you know what? He has an advantage, but a disadvantage. His advantage is he's in leading. But the disadvantage is he's the first one going into the slick racetrack where they put the speedy dry down.
Vince?
Here with Boris Said, and Boris, unfortunately, already in street clothes here. What happened with the car?
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost the motor, but the guys in the engine department built a great motor, so, you know, sometimes things break. But, this Hellman's Dodge is really fast. I think we had the best pit strategy. I don't know how those guys out front are going to make it on fuel. You know, I was betting they're all going to run out, and we would have cruised to an easy victory.
And now you're headed to the X Games.
Trying to make the X Games, so I got to run. Thanks.
Already got his bags packed. He's in his street clothes and headed for the airplane.
Trying to beat some of the traffic out of here, although he would gladly have stayed for the victory celebration if that was an option. Final laps coming up here in Montreal. Ambrose and Gordon, your top two.